sure, there were a lot of interactions that I didn't even see. The stuff I've heard from a lot of the younger kids, I wouldn't call any of them liars. So, but Nanak Dev is not the one that I hold responsible. He is accountable for what he did. We're all accountable for the decisions we make and the actions we take. I hold accountable to a much larger degree the entire system above him. The fact that he didn't have any help, the fact that he wasn't qualified and nobody noticed that. There were people, and I don't need to name names, but there were people, not just the Sirsing Sub, there were layers in between. There were people who were officially by title in charge of the program in India, who used to come over once in a while and check in, who clearly were not paying attention. And then ultimately the Sirsing Sub, And we can get more into that. I have strong feelings about that. But what I really don't think that program was a product of is some master plan. I think that program was run on incompetence. That program was run on incompetence, neglect, and sheer dumb luck. And there was no plan. There was no interest in our well-being. But I also don't think that somebody was sitting there pulling the levers going, how do we mess with these kids? And there are so many reasons, there are so many facets to that. But one of them, I think, is that you've heard reference to this idea that we were told we were better than, that we're superior, that because we have the technology, whatever that means, and because we're living as Sikhs, that somehow the things that are going to affect the world and everyone else, they're just not going to touch us. Like, we're going to be okay no matter what because we're living this life. Well, that was put into us as kids. I believe the people that were supposed to be looking out for us felt the same thing. I really do believe that none of them had a malicious bone in their body in terms of like, how do we mess with these kids? They really believed they were doing the right thing, and they really believed in this bullshit superiority, this idea that we don't have to study modern child development and child psychology because we have the technology.
Right.
We don't need to consult experts because we have the Sirsing Sahib and he's given us meditations. Oh, you have ADD? Just do this meditation. Oh, you're on the spectrum? Oh, you just need to go do this yoga and this meditation and you just have to like grind up, make up the formula and it will fix your brain.
This seed for 40 days and this with some yogurt and right. Yeah. And you're really painting a picture of just like this atmosphere of just constant neglect with a total belief system that it's a real upliftment and that no matter what. I don't even think
we were conscious of any of that.
At all.
Anybody was.
Nobody. I agree. I believe the whole atmosphere, it was like as a kids, we were able to witness and detect, wow, these adults really aren't very present and we have to tend to ourselves. And then as that kind of, like what you're describing is they're doing the best they can, but they're super under-resourced, probably not in their body, not thinking.
Not in their body. How about they're just not equipped for the job? Just because you want to be an astrophysicist doesn't mean that you're capable of being an astrophysicist.